Hi guys, welcome to Happy High Tarot. In today's pickacard reading, we will find out what was your crush's first impression of you. So for the first group, I have this off-white stone over here, this black stone with white stripes for group 2, and this purple stone over here for group 3. So feel free to pause the video, meditate on all three, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hi group 1, so for those of you who chose this off-white stone, let's take a look at your oracles first to find out your crush's first impression of you. So the cards that came out for you were Judge, Goat, Openness, and Thriving. Alright, first things first, there can be a significant height difference between you and your crush. Your crush immediately got the sense of you being someone for whom justice is very, very important, and they could tell that you know the difference between what is right and what is not. They might have seen you being very, very compassionate and giving towards someone the first time that you guys met. Maybe they saw you helping someone out. For some of you, you might have met this person during some course or a workshop or something. Basically, a place wherein you got a chance to display your wisdom because they found you very intelligent. And Thriving over here tells me that they found you very different from the rest of the people present on that day in that room or that setup, wherever you guys met. They saw you as someone that's very open for communication, someone that's very easy to talk to, someone that's very approachable, someone who's very calm, very composed, is possibly an old soul. For a few of you, they might have actually thought that you are their age, especially if your crush is older than you or a bit older than your actual age. You could have been at a position of power when they met you, like being some sort of in charge or some sort of captain, prefect, manager, something along those lines. But they saw how you did not let that power get the better of you, and how despite being in a commanding position, you were being so nice to everyone around you. So they got the vibe that you are a natural leader, but you're not the kind of leader who simply just walks ahead of its people. You're the kind of leader that walks with their people, and they really appreciated that about you. Especially for those of you for whom there is a height difference between you and your crush, and if you are if they are significantly taller than you, then they found you very cute. The fact that you're so small compared to them, they found that very, very nice and cute about you. If you're a single parent and your crush saw you with your kid, the way that you were being with your kid, how nice you were being, or the way that you were treating them, or just your interactions, if they observed firsthand, you know, like from close quarters or from a distance, they really appreciated that. They also perceived you to be someone who gives a chance to others instead of always hogging all of the limelight or just like, you know, grabbing all of the opportunities for themselves. They could have met you during some court proceeding, or perhaps you practice law and so do they, and that is how you guys met, or you guys have met at, might have met at law school, for some of you of course. If you have red hair or hair with orange tones, they really like that. Alright, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. I'm also getting that because of something that you guys had said during that first meeting, they thought that you were very progressive, that you were way ahead of your time. It could have been the way that you were dressed or your opinion about some particular issue, but they just thought that you were very modern and you had the qualities to pave the way for the people behind you. All right, Spirit, what was Group 1's crush's first impression of them? Ace of Swords. What was Group 1's crush's first impression? Ace of Pentacles. What was Group 1's crush's first impression of them? Two of Swords. What was Group 1's crush's first impression of them? Yikes, Five of Pentacles and Five of Swords. This talks less about their first impression of you, honestly, and perhaps how they might have felt. This is interesting. Because the first impression part, again, is repeating itself over here with Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. That they thought that you were very... Firstly, the way that you talk, Group 1, something about it. Perhaps you have the ability to hold everyone's attention when you're talking. Everyone is forced to look up from their phones or from whatever else it is that they're doing when you start speaking. They really loved that about you. Plus, how you always speak your mind. Even that day when you guys met, and you know the reason why they felt that you were very wise beyond your years and that you were very approachable and nice to talk to, is perhaps because they could have witnessed you talking to a big crowd, addressing it even, or just expressing your opinion on something. For some of you, maybe you guys met during some paper presentation, something like that, or some seminar or something. But you gave the vibe that you weren't just very, like rational or practical, but also you were very grounded. So they thought that you were very grounded, you were very humble, you were very kind, you were a very nice person, someone who wouldn't shoo people away if they try to make, even if they try to make small talk with them. You know how some people can be rude and mean that way, but you weren't. Oh, all right. So this is the thing. Before they got a chance to talk to you or to meet you or to have a one-on-one interaction with you, someone had misfed some information to them about you, because of which before they met you, I see that they had a very different opinion of you. But after meeting you, it's like all of that doubt, that confusion, or that false image, it got shattered with the Ace of Swords. So whoever had introduced you both, or whoever had told them about you before they actually met you, might have told them that you're very mean, that you're very rude, that you have this habit of that you're an opportunist, that you have a history of cheating people or deceiving people. And I see that whoever this person is that had told all this nonsense to this crush of yours about you could have been someone perhaps who themselves might have been interested in you, but you turned them down. So they sort of became like this scorned lover out to take revenge, or someone who wanted to be more than friends with you, or who was trying to invade your privacy, but you had set very clear boundaries, and that might have pissed them off. Anyway, so when your person had just when this crush of yours had just seen you, so they had all these preconceived notions about you. But as soon as you started talking, as soon as you started interacting with those around, or when you started interacting with them, immediately they snapped out of all of that confusion, and they were like, I was so wrong about Group 1. They're actually so sweet, and they're so nice, and they're so kind, and they're so helpful. And they're so gutsy, that they don't have any inhibitions in speaking their mind. They don't have any inhibitions in calling a spade, and that's actually commendable. So I feel like your crush, thankfully, has the ability to think for themselves, and that has come out very strongly in this reading too. No one can force your crush to believe in something unless or until they don't want to. And your crush is the kind of person who'd rather believe what they see and what they hear from their own eyes and ears, instead of blindly trusting whatever is said to them by a third person. Ace of Pentacles over here is telling me that there is a good possibility of this connection blossoming into something more than just friendship, in case that is where you guys are at the moment. But Two of Swords with Five of Swords and Five of Pentacles tells me that it won't be without its challenges, because even though you both have such high opinions about each other, I mean, I don't know what opinions you have about them, but if they're your crush, of course you like them. But I'm seeing that with Five of Pentacles and Five of Swords, the road to union or to becoming something more than friends can be a bit rocky, especially because of interferences from outside people. So both of you need to make sure that you have very, very clear boundaries set in place, and that none of you randomly start believing whatever is told to you about the other. And you are very good at communication. They like that about you, but when it comes to each other, there can be some communication gaps, so make sure to fill those. The signs that have come out are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, so that might be an additional confirmation for you. Alright, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now, Group 1. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know around the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel if you're new, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. All the details to get a personal reading from me, I'll give it in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi Group 2, so for those of you who chose this black stone with the white stripes, let's take a look at your oracles first to find out your crush's first impression of you. So the cards that came out for you were Destroyer, Kangaroo, Going Forward, and Wonders. Something about you left this person very awestruck right in the first interaction or first meeting or the first time that they saw you, Group 2. I can tell you right off the bat that this crush of yours loves your eyes. Especially if your eyes are very dark colored and you have long lashes, they're absolutely gaga over your eyes. You might have had an episode of a slight anger outburst when you guys first met, or they could have seen you just screaming at the top of your lungs, raising your voice against something that was totally not fair. They could have seen you rebelling against something, they could have seen you protesting something, or perhaps that is where you guys met for the first time, at some rally or some protest or some charitable event working towards a cause that was against something not fair. They saw you as someone who knows what they want and just goes for it. Someone who's very stubborn, but in the best way possible. They saw you as someone who's full of surprises, someone who's not very predictable, someone who has this element of mystery, but definitely someone whom they knew they'd be interested in for a long time. They like that about you, because Going Forward over here with Wonders immediately confirms that when they saw you for the first time, they did not just see you, form an opinion about you, and then that's it. No. Even on that day, during that meeting, they knew that there can be something more than us being just strangers or acquaintances or friends. They saw you as someone who is a force to be reckoned with. They saw you as someone who has the ability to courageously vocalize their thoughts. They might have actually heard you thinking out loud. Maybe you guys were sitting right next to each other and something was really bothering you and you were just going on and on and on about it, totally mindless of their presence. And then when you realize that, oh shit, there's someone sitting next to me, you might have gotten a little bit awkward or something, but they actually found that very cute too. They like your body is something that I'm being asked to tell you. So the way that you look, your physique is something that they find very attractive. You might have met them while you were traveling somewhere. You both might have undertaken some journey together. Maybe you guys were sitting right next to each other on a train journey or on a flight or something, and that's how you both started talking to each other. I don't know whether you exchanged numbers or not. Whatever happened, I don't know if you guys are still in touch or not, but it's almost as if with Wonders, this person hasn't stopped thinking about you or stopped wondering about you ever since you guys met. The way that you were behaving, the way that you were talking about things, It's almost as if you had the ability to find magic in everything. You had the ability to find joy even in the most mundane of things. And that fascinated them. They found you very fascinating, group 2. Alright, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. Spirit, what was group 2's crush's first impression of them? 9 of Cups. What was group 2's crush's first impression of them? Queen of Pentacles. What was group 2's crush's first impression of them? 9 of Pentacles. What was group 2's crush's first impression of them? Knight of Wands. Alright. So they saw you as someone that's very, very fiercely independent, someone who absolutely cannot be tamed. If you guys were flirting with each other, or you were flirting with someone else in their presence, even if it was to just make them jealous, they did take notice of that. So they think you're a bit of a tease, a bit of a flirt. But they really like your energy. They loved how enthusiastic you were about pretty much everything, which again brings us back to that topic of finding joy in simplest of things, or very mundane things. They saw you as someone who's very in control of themselves, someone who's very poised, someone who's very elegant, someone who doesn't chase, rather someone who attracts. So they found you very alluring, they found you very attractive. Definitely with the Knight of Wands, they were sexually attracted towards you as well, right from the get-go. And the thing that we were discussing about earlier, about them having thought of this as having long-term potential, is again confirmed over here with 9 of Cups and Queen of Pentacles. That firstly, with the 9 of Cups, when they saw you, and because of the energy that I was picking up from Wonders, it's almost as if they also formed an instant crush on you, because everything that they could have ever wanted from a partner, whether it is looks or nature, personality, everything, it's like you were the physical embodiment of it all. And maybe that is the reason why they were awestruck, because it could have been very difficult for them to believe that something that they always wanted, like someone like that actually exists, and someone like that is sitting in front of them, or talking to them, or sitting right next to them. So they really liked that. You made them very happy. Even if you did not speak a word to them, you did, just observing you. Because for a lot of you, I'm sensing that this person, on that day at least, they did not get a chance to talk to you, but they did get a chance to observe you interacting with others, talking to others, raising your voice, and just having fun and enjoying flirting with others and enjoying being flirted with. You were a treat to this person's eyes, without a doubt. They also liked how they saw, by the way, especially this was a social setting, they saw how there were a lot of people hovering around you, how a lot of people were trying to get your attention, trying to get you to perhaps dance with them or grab a drink with them, but you were simply not interested. Maybe you were not accompanied by anyone on that particular day. You were having a ball all by yourself, and they liked that. They liked how you did not need anybody else to make you happy. There was something so inspiring and so attractive about that. And I think that is what perhaps forced them to keep thinking about you even after that first meeting. How can someone, it's not easy. If you can go watch a movie all by yourself, if you can go to a restaurant or something and have a meal all by yourself, that's one of the bravest things to do. And if you can do that, you can do literally anything. And I think you're one of those people. You're one of those people who does not mind their company at all. Maybe you are the kind of person who likes traveling solo or doing things on their own. And I'm not sure, of course, at this point, whether this crush of yours is also like that or not, but they definitely appreciated this about you. If you have curly hair, they love that. If you were wearing a white dress, they loved how pristine you looked in it. The signs that have come out are Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Aries, Leo, Sag. I'm also sensing for some of you that this was a person that you might have had a one-night stand with, and you had a crush on them. and then you thought that, there's no future, nothing more can happen. But this person hasn't stopped thinking about you since. And if you want them to reach out to you, if you want them to make a move towards you, I'm seeing with 9 of Cups and Queen of Pentacles that it can actually happen very soon. It can happen as soon as, the next 7 to 9 days also for some of you. Alright, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now, Group 2. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel if you're new, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. You can find all the details to book a personal reading with me in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi Group 3. So for those of you who chose this purple stone, let's take a look at your oracles first to find out what is your crush's first impression of you. So the cards that came out for you were Prince, Donkey, Delight, and Security. Alright, so right off the bat, I'm getting some rather cinematic vibes for this one. Just a second, let me adjust the lighting. Alright, I think this is fine. So Group 3. I feel like the person that you have a crush on is someone that's very popular, is someone that's very sought after, someone that everybody wants. Meanwhile, you are very shy, you're very timid, you're very reserved, you don't have a lot of friends, you prefer quality over quantity, you're very selectively social, you can get super shy and awkward around a lot of people. You usually tend to keep to yourself. Maybe you're very studious. You don't enjoy small talk. You don't go out of your way to initiate conversations. But you're very, very kind and you're a very good person. And it looks like Mr. or Miss Popular over here, they fell just for that. Because when I said that I'm getting very cinematic vibes for this one, what I meant was that this seems to be like one of those cases, especially if this is someone whom you've had a crush on ever since you guys were in school, or you studied together, attended some course or something together. You might have been like that quiet, nerdy person, and this was someone very popular, but they took notice of you and they started liking you, and they might have found reasons to try and talk to you. Maybe they're very intelligent themselves, but yet they always wanted your help with studies or cracking some problem, even though it was absolutely not needed, simply because they needed reasons to talk to you, because they knew that you wouldn't initiate. Anyway, so this person's first impression of you was that you were very alluring, that you were very charming, that you were very quiet, and that it was not very easy for anybody to hinder your peace or ruffle your feathers. They might have witnessed people being mean to you. They might have overheard people saying nasty things to you, either right at your face or behind your back. But they noticed how you never let that get the better of you. In fact, during the episodes of the very first day, they might have witnessed how people were not being very nice to you, but that did not change your behavior towards them. You were just the same, like how you usually are. And they really appreciated that, because that trait of yours led them to believe that you have a very huge heart, that you don't hold grudges, that you don't stoop down to other people's levels just to get back at them. And they really liked that about you, because in essence it proved just how above you were everyone else. They noticed how you were quite comfortable in your small circle of friends, or even if you did not have any friends that day around you, how comfortable and how peaceful you were with your own company. They might have noticed you from afar, and they might have noticed how much you were interacting with nature. So especially if this is someone with whom perhaps you might have gone for a group picnic, something like that. So they saw how they actually saw how animals were getting attracted towards you. This is a very specific message, but maybe you're the kind of person who, as soon as you set out foot in the nature, animals start coming towards you, whether it is butterflies, birds, squirrels, chipmunks, rabbits, whatever it is. And they witnessed that. So it was like straight out of some Disney movie, like some princess is sitting over here and all these folks from the animal kingdom are coming towards you. Very, very magical, very quaint and magical. They felt as if group 3, they live in their own bubble and they're perfectly happy with it. I'm seeing with Prince over here that this crush of yours also fell for you, they also have a crush on you. In fact, they found it very difficult to hold themselves back and to talk to you. And the reason why they might not have spoken to you during that first meeting was because, like I said, you're very reserved and you're very shy, and you usually tend to keep to yourself with just a limited group of people. So to barge in, they felt might have been like invading your privacy or something, so they didn't really want to do that. But I see the fact that this person is clutching this bouquet behind themselves. They really wanted to talk to you that day as well. They were very attracted towards you that day as well, but they held themselves back. But they were very observant. They found you very charming. If you were wearing a polka dot dress, they fell for you like right away. They think they thought that you were looking very good. This person is a smitten kitten over you. I can tell you that, group 3. Alright, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. Spirit, what was group 3's crush's first impression of them? Page of Cups. What was group 3's crush's first impression of them? Nine of Swords. What was group 3's crush's first impression of them? King of Swords. What was group 3's crush's first impression of them? Three of Cups. Maybe group 3, you were literally hanging out with just 2 other people that day. Anyway, maybe you were wearing a red dress. Alright, so Page of Cups over here tells me that this person thought that you were very creative, very artistic, possibly a dreamer, someone very imaginative. Maybe they were standing behind you, overlooking whatever it is that you were doing. Maybe you were drawing something, writing something, or you were sharing your sketches with someone, or you were reciting some poem, something like that. They did see how there were a lot of energies around you that were trying to trouble you, and they felt very protective towards you. Immediately, like they felt very protective towards you, but they didn't act on it. That's another thing. They did not act on it. Page of Cups, by the way, tells me that this person, 2 things. Again, like I said, that they have a crush on you is something that's being confirmed over here. And secondly, this person tends to daydream about you a lot. Like I said, they wanted to talk to you that day as well, but they were going on talking themselves out of it. Like they just couldn't muster enough guts to talk to you that day. Especially because, like I said, it would have been very difficult for them to infiltrate this little circle of yours. They saw you as a very private person, like supremely private person. Someone who's not very easy to get to know one-on-one. Someone who's not very approachable. Someone who's very reserved. Someone who only speaks when spoken to. And all of these qualities about you, being an introvert has actually helped you get the attention of this person. And I see with 3 of Cups that they do want to engage with you more. And they might start by becoming friends with one of your friends first, and then they might try to sneak their way into your life through that. So if of late you're seeing this crush of yours hanging out a lot more than necessary with any of your few friends, then know that this is part of a larger scheme to ultimately get close to you. I see that with King of Swords, they also saw you as someone who has a lot of integrity, which brings us back to that point we were discussing earlier about how even though there were people around you that were troubling you, you did not stoop down to their level to settle scores with them. which showed this person that you knew your worth, and you knew that no matter what people say about you or tease you or taunt you, it does not change who you are. You know who you are, and you stay true to that. So they really, really appreciated that about you. The signs that have come out are Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Don't have to be the zodiacs necessarily. Alright, so these are all the messages that I have for you, Group 3. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel if you're new, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. You can follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings, and all the details to book a personal reading with me are given in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.